There has been some debate recently on whether the more sensationalist writers on free thought blogs are prepared to make an apology where one is due. So please allow this video to stand as an acid test. Ophelia Benson has misrepresented me while I've been at work on duty and has accused me of clickbait, has accused me of profiting in writing a blog piece about her. I didn't profit from that blog piece in any way, shape or form. Allow me to give you a little bit of background. Sam Harris had written a blog piece about a guy called Dan Carlin, and Ophelia Benson accused Sam Harris of using sexist language. I took issue with that. I didn't see any sexism in the language. If you haven't read that blog piece, I'll put a link to it below. It's very kind of Ophelia to give me another chance to mention it so that even more people get to see the crap that Ophelia had written. Ophelia has written a blog piece not addressing the argument I made. You note she's entirely avoided the argument, which is somewhat disappointing. All she does is accuse me of clickbaiting because she went onto my Patreon account. I'll show you the blog piece that she's written. She went onto my Patreon account and she saw the entry for that blog piece and she saw the figure $65.55 next to it, and she thought that meant I got $65.50 for that blog piece. I would have got paid for that blog piece had I made that a pledged piece of work on my Patreon. I've never made a written blog entry a paid piece of work on my Patreon. The only pieces of work that get pledged on my Patreon are those that I choose to get pledged, and those are always videos. If you look at the last video that I made, which was on a sensationalist subject involving the Free Thought Blogs crowd, the Doxing Plus video, I set that as unpledged. The last video that was pledged was on deism. It was nothing to do with atheism, within the infighting within the atheist community whatsoever. In terms of the piece that she's accused me of, not only did that not attract any pledges, but if you look on the blog piece, there isn't a single advert on that blog piece. I set a video on YouTube because I wanted people to read it, and about 1,700 people have read that blog piece so far. My videos on YouTube are usually monetized. I'll make damn sure that this video is monetized, but the video that I had pointing people to it wasn't monetized. So I didn't make any money via YouTube, I didn't make any money via the blog piece, and I didn't make any money via Patreon. So if she wants to accuse me of clickbaiting, well then I think that she owes me an apology. So let's see if we get that apology. If she has any issue with me, by the way, getting $65 for making the odd video, and it is the odd video because I don't make every video pledged, just the videos that take a bit more work, perhaps she'd like to look at her good friend Rebecca Watson's Patreon page, because she'll find that for videos that Rebecca makes, which are only about 3 or 4 minutes long and don't seem to take any work whatsoever, she gets about 10 times as much as I get for the videos that I make. On that subject, by the way, thank you for bringing this up, Ophelia. If there is anybody that would like to support the work that I do on Patreon, I'll leave a link below, although I will warn you that it might piss Ophelia off, and obviously we wouldn't want to do that, would we? Thank you for watching. Let's watch this space, see if we get an apology off Ophelia. Bye for now.